February is Black History Month, where we celebrate African Americans who have helped to make our nation the global beacon of strength and liberty it is through their significant cultural, economic, or political contributions. Each week, we at Revenge of the Sis will highlight one of these heroes in our Black History Spotlight segment. This week, we honor American businessman, international shipping magnate, and intelligence asset, Freeway Rick Ross. Born in Texas in 1960, Mr. Ross grew up in Los Angeles, California. After being turned down for a scholarship due to his illiteracy, Rick discovered his entrepreneurial spirit after high school when he began selling small amounts of cocaine. Eventually, he built up an empire that spanned from coast to coast, shipping massive amounts of cocaine across the country and at some points earning up to $3 million per day. Earning the nickname Freeway Rick, Ross made cocaine so widely available that crack cocaine became much easier to manufacture and led to the rapid rise in its use across America's inner cities. While lining his pockets, Freeway Rick also helped enrich the pockets of the American intelligence community, notably the CIA. His influence was felt as far as Latin America, where the proceeds of his cocaine empire helped to fund disastrous coup attempts throughout the continent during the Cold War. As part of our Black History Month Spotlight series, we at Revenge of the Sis salute you, Freeway Rick Ross. Your greed, contempt for books, and willingness to sell out your own people while lining your pockets makes you as American as apple pie and baseball. By teaming up in the Reagan era with the CIA to destroy millions of lives across 2 continents by weaponizing one of the most dangerous and addictive drugs in history, you have earned your place in the annals of Black American history. 4-pound, retarded, premature babies across this great nation salute you, and we at Revenge of the Sis thank you for your service.
During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, 2 heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always be aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news,
You're
guys.
hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these 2 men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
Howdy, y'all. Welcome aboard. Hop on, folks. Beginning of the week edition. Commence the jiggling. It's Revenge of the Sis. Mike Sheely, Royce Lopez, plowing through the competition like Martin Luther King plowed through the wives of his deacons. Welcome aboard. Happy Black History Month for you.
We're chilling. We're ready to go.
Second
Full
show,
week.
I believe. Yeah, of Black History Month.
Took 2 fucking days off this weekend. It felt nice. Huh?
Watched the Super Bowl, which
Nice. That was terrible.
It
What a
was.
shitty Super Bowl that was. But
And-
that was the first time I actually took 2 days off and fucking stuck to it. I did do Unirock show. You did
New York City Guns.
New York City Guns, but it's different when somebody goes, "Hey, you want to hop on for 60 minutes?"
Yeah.
And you can just talk and then go, "I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette. I'm out." And they're like, "Yeah, of course, later."
I was
Don't
in
have
New
to do
York City
anything.
Guns
That's nice.
thing, and I was like, I was talking to him in the chat, and he was like, "We just come on," and he sent me the link, and I'm like, "All right, I'm just gonna do it on my phone. I'm not, you know." It was like this was like at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
and then I did his show. He's a really good guy, so yeah, subscribe to him. New York City Guns and Unirock.
Yeah, I did Unirock show. I mean, he's a little more of a, pro, like he wants to set it up. So we set it up in Discord, sound checked. And, I basically told him, I was like, if you don't mind, I was like, because he does like 2-hour shows, 3-hour shows like we do. But I was like, dude, I gotta do an hour. I gotta stick to, I said I'm taking 2 days off. I'm sticking to that shit so that I'm not a screaming, yelling, cranky mess all week. So I did that. It was a great show. And then the rest of the weekend, I just was like, you know what I mean? And it felt nice. It's nice once in a while.
I went out with my wife, and I did like normal people things, like and I don't do that. Really don't. It was integrating with society. It felt nice.
And I
like,
don't really
just for
do
a little bit.
Yeah, Royce is a functioning human being.
Yeah.
I'm a non-functioning human being. So like, if I had like some OxyContin or something this weekend, that would have been while he was whatever pottery shopping, I would have just eaten some OxyContin.
Penn and Teller.
And nodded off outside and
Yeah.
woke up when it started raining and been like, oh, that was awesome. But I didn't do that.
I saw Penn and Teller over at the Hard Rock.
I saw the picture.
Dude, they're fucking awesome.
By the way, what does Penn can't post for pictures?
No, it's not even
He
that.
thinks who the fuck he is.
Check this out. No, Penn does post for pictures too, but here's what happened.
Teller was cheaper.
No, he doesn't charge anything.
joking.
But I will give them credit. To my surprise, they're the only people. They've done this twice. I saw them in Vegas once, but many years ago. Then I just saw them now. After the show, right after, they run outside, and they're not selling you anything. They're not hawking you anything like a comic going, buy my CD. They'll just stand there, and of course, Teller actually talks when he's not on stage. Nice guy, and he just told everyone, "Don't worry, I won't leave until everyone's stuff is signed and take selfies." Like, he's really nice. We waited for Teller, and I was like, and then Penn had a long line. I was hungry. We're like, let's just go eat. We got one of them. That's fair enough. And to be honest with you, I think Teller's actually the guy. He's the Jewish one. So I think he's the money guy, the trick guy.
Is he? Okay.
Penn is a juggler. Penn's a juggler. Like, most of the tricks are done by Teller. He's more the magic
Penn was
guy.
always a good talker.
He's great
That's
talker.
all it was.
Yeah.
It
Dude.
was always like Teller was always, look, I want to make a shitload of money. I don't really want to deal with these fucking people. And Penn was the guy that's like, hey, folks, he's gonna shoot a fucking bullet into my mouth. You're like, whoa. But
They're great.
Teller's the one taking bullets in his mouth.
Well, they talk about it too, but they're carnies. That's what they are. It's a
That's
carny.
every carny setup is always,
Exactly.
even pro wrestling. The pro wrestling manager is born in carnyism.
Yeah.
It was, we got a guy who's 7'4",
Yeah.
and he looks like a fucking monster. But as soon as he opens his mouth, people just leave the room. It's horrendous. So then the Carney Barker, the manager, was born. The Bobby Heenans were born, where they're like, this guy's gonna fucking kill all of you, your whole families. And whoa, so it's the same thing. Penn Jillette's just a carny. He's just the Bobby Heenan of magic.
Dude, he lost a lot of weight.
Has he?
Like, ridiculous. Like, you're looking and you're like, whoa, something. Like, I hope he's not sick losing weight. He's just losing weight. Cut the ponytail off with finally, no more ponytail.
So is he just like a Paul Heyman now?
We just got the ponytail off in the back. But the show was really good. I mean, but people, when Penn and Teller isn't a show like David Copperfield where there's a lot of blouses and wind, you know what I mean? It's not like that fucking crazy production where they dance across the stage and then make a fucking elephant disappear. They just sit up there and they're really funny. Penn's actually a very funny dude.
And also to keep that sort of art form alive in 2019 is impressive. Because, I mean, in the 18th and 19th centuries. Like, yeah, it was, whoa, and then it's like, 2019. You really gotta have some pizzazz to keep that kind of allure going.
It was funny too because man, it was one of those things I wish I recorded because, they do pull actual people from the audience to do stuff, and they pulled this woman who you could tell had a few before she went on stage. And they're doing this trick where, he looks at 2 card things and he memorizes, like the guy on the left has these cards, the guy on the right has these cards. So the person on the right was a woman. And all he asked them to do was sort the cards by suit. Pretty simple, diamonds and then in order, from the smallest, that's all. Took forever. She goes, yeah, no, I got it. She kept dropping cards, falling over. But then he got mad. He legit, because then she turned around and started doing like this dance and he goes, are you doing shtick? like you could tell it was legitimately angry. Like, are you doing shtick right now? I'm trying to memorize 2 fucking decks of cards. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I mean that's a show I would go to.
Yeah,
sure,
it was dope. But anyway, like I said, normal people
probably still was better than the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Super Bowl was. And by the way, we're definitely getting into the Rogan thing. I just wanted to get the fun stuff out of the way. The Super Bowl the football stuff out of the way. Imagine paying $3,000 to see Maroon 5 in a field goal.
Wait, you didn't want to see Adam Levine's nipples and the fucking Rams get blown the fuck out?
Imagine spending that money.
If anybody thought that rookie first-year fucking franchise expansion team was going to be like Tom Brady, and honestly, I was actually underwhelmed by how the Patriots played. They were not they're not the Patriots of old, but they still fucked the Rams up.
Foles put 41 on them last year. The same team, basically, the same Patriots as last year. Yeah. So, I mean, this was one of those. Imagine paying all that money. It's because the minimum ticket price was $2,500.
Imagine, oh God,
Eastern Promises too, right? He looks like he's in a Russian prison. What are these tattoos about?
Man, it's like. I hate this Jew so much. I hate this guy.
Well, to be fair,
so much.
Let's give him credit. At least he didn't. There was no Black Lives Matter thing. There was no virtue signaling thing. You know what I mean? Got to give him that, right? Was there? I watched it. Did I miss something completely? Besides 21 Savage getting arrested, what happened?
Well, no, I mean, it was just the whole thing is just...
The commercials this year were very SJW.
The only thing I liked, everything was woke.
Yeah.
Everything was black women. It was black women. Everything was black women. The only thing I did like was Big Boy. Your Big Boy comes out, you're like, hey!
Took the words out of my mouth.
It's the only cool part
I was like, that was dope.
But this entire Super Bowl should have been like ATL people. They shoved so much marketing down our throats this year, which I know they do every year. But this was not a good Super Bowl. The commercials weren't good. And here's the thing, right? If I'm going like, all right, I gotta go woke. I can't have like white trash Super Bowl because there's that whole woke left America that's if you're working for an agency that's running the Super Bowl. You have to have a woke thing to come at them with.
Right, of course.
There would have been a great way to shoehorn all this black power, woman power shit down our throats, but used authentic, historic Atlanta artists. Mm-hmm. Like, Atlanta is one of the most hip-hop cities of all time. And
it is.
They got really Adam Levine and Travis Scott and, like... It was just why didn't you? What do you like? Big Boy was cool, but
this should have been CeeLo. It should seriously. Cause think about it. He's from Atlanta.
They just couldn't get Outkast. They couldn't.
I was going to say get CeeLo, get Outkast, get the whole Dungeon family,
Goody Mob, like the whole.
Oh, Goody Mob, yeah.
The place would have went fucking.
What about Slim the Cut of Calhoun?
Master P? Weren't they all Atlanta?
Yeah, you're right,
dude.
Holy shit, there were so many.
Had the tanks come out?
Damn,
no
gold tanks,
dude.
Come on.
I don't care how tacky that would have been, bro. This Super Bowl was so terrible that if you were Master P and Mystical coming out with fucking, I would have been like, oh, all right, this was worth tuning in. We didn't even get that. We just got Big Boy and Adam Levine's nipples.
Big Boy
That's
wearing
what we got.
Big Boy wearing a $50,000 mink coat. I love him, by the way. Big Boy's awesome.
Well, yeah, he was the only. Like I said,
Okay.
he came out. I was like, all right, hey.
Who was the other rapper? Who was the other rapper on stage? There was another rapper after Big Boy. When they pretended they were going to do the SpongeBob thing, people got pissed at. People are pissed at that. Apparently,
I don't know all these guys. But even Legal Latino said Migos. Migos is also like Atlanta and like North Florida, I thought.
Right.
But even though that they are still Atlanta type guys, if you're gonna go full hood with it, but they didn't even go like really good Atlanta guys. Like it was just whole thing was The game sucked. The fucking halftime sucked. The commercials sucked.
Yeah, it was not good. It was such an underwhelming game. I mean, so many punts.
And then everybody's gonna go, all these guys ever do is complain. It was not a good Super Bowl.
No, I think
it was objectively a bad Super Bowl. I like the Super Bowl,
of course,
as a concept. Yes. I'm not a hater. There are Super Bowls.
Last year's Super Bowl was great. The underdog, that was a great Super Bowl,
dude. I got to work as I made a lot of money one Super Bowl running the Super Bowl party for a titty bar up in New York, and it was like this was a big event every year, and it was the fucking Patriots Giants in New York at a titty bar. My manager got so excited at one point, he picked me up and threw me into the wall. Like, because he was a big dude, and he didn't do it like to hurt me. He just was that. I just remember that night being nuts. Like, yeah, Super Bowl's great. This year it was just like, all right, and Brady and Gronkowski taking the field. Like, it felt like a baseball game disguised as a Super Bowl.
Zelinsky goes, the fact that you guys are talking about football is incredibly faggy. You know what's more annoying than people talking about football? Everybody's saying, I don't watch sports ball.
Yeah.
Football. We
You're
get
right,
it.
You're
right.
It.
You get
above
it.
I
Yeah.
should read Siege and kill my mailman. You're right.
No,
instead of just enjoying a fucking game.
Pro tip, wait for the mailman to deliver Siege first. See? Because if not, you're not going to have a mailman to deliver you Siege. Look, listen, I don't want to hear it. I like football. Sorry. I like it. No, I'm not super football guy.
Beat it, MGTOW.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously.
Fucking retard. Like, you know what it is, too?
Yeah.
There are so many other degenerate things that I would yell at somebody for.
Right.
Like if somebody was like, yeah, man, I did heroin all weekend. It was dope. You know, maybe don't do that. It's probably not good for you. It's
Somebody
degenerate.
goes, I would rather watch The View than football. Well, I mean, look, nobody believes that.
Nobody believes it.
Listen, I get it. I understand. Football is degenerate. All we should do is chop wood and hunt wolves. I got it. I got it.
These guys are gay. They enjoy different things than I do.
I know. It's so dumb. It's like
bunch of homosexuals.
Can you imagine? It's like, hey, Mike, what shows do you like to watch? Oh, I like to watch this show. I'm like, oh, that's great.
What'd you do this week? I watched a documentary about dinosaurs. What are you, fucking homosexual? You like dinosaurs, do you?
What's wrong with you? It's like, Jesus Christ.
If you think dinosaurs are gay, give me a hell yeah. It's like 3 people are like, hell yeah, yes. Stone Cold, that's kind of a stretch. I mean, I like you, Stone Cold, but that's kind of a stretch. Dinosaurs are kind of cool.
You guys like different things. What do you want? Sorry.
So fucking stupid.
You want us to? I know, I get it. You want us to go to every YouTube video you have to agree to before watching because it's a propaganda film. I get it. Some of you will sit down and watch the same fucking Holocaust thing over and over again. I got it. But every once in a while, I like to disconnect and watch football.
Yeah, you fucking and then they act like they're not programmed by YouTube personalities.
I know exactly.
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry, but you're gay because Styx Hexenheimer told me.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
Football's gay. What time is Vox Day come on? I don't want to hear it. You fake intellectuals. We don't pretend to be intellectuals or smart people. We're just honest about what we did.
Vox Day sitting in a chair that I've only seen in The Sims.
Yeah.
Like it's
You're right.
Talking about
You're right.
Your fucking RPG chair.
His chair's is DLC. When they run out of stuff, his chair is equivalent to horse armor in Skyrim. You don't really need it.
Yeah. Nice books, Vox. They're not even fucking useful at this point. It's just a fire hazard. You're gonna die in a fire because you wanted to look smart. I literally hope all the paper-bound books that exist right now burst into flames. Kill everyone who owns paper books. Anyone who owns a paper book should be fucking hung in this town square. You know what it is? I just love doing this now. This new heel turn, because people just fucking yell at you in the comments. Actually, when there's a mass blackout, paper books, we know, stupid. I just love saying shit like this because you fall for it and yell at us.
Yeah, I understand. I've seen post-apocalyptic movies. I get it. I understand how books work.
Yeah, you're gonna be. You really think if an EMP knocks out the entire world's power, you're gonna be rummaging around looking for a good book to read? You're gonna have different priorities, dude.
All right. So again, that pretty much covers the whole Super Bowl thing. I kept what?
No, I just was enjoying this. Yeah, I guess that just covers up the Super Bowl.
It does.
We got totally off topic.
I guess that's the recap.
That's our Super Bowl recap for 2019.
Banana, banana.
Yeah, I don't even want to hum the music because
you're right. The copyright strike. Mersh hates books confirmed.
Books are for fags.
Maroon 5 did give their $500,000 to like some charity for curing cancer in kids or something.
Pot Awful says books are also gay. See, he agrees.
Yeah, see, books are also gay.
Books are gay.
Then what about What about books about football? What about those? Let's move on to probably the bigger thing that happened this weekend.
What if you read a copy of He Really Didn't Have Anything to Do with It, you guys? The Joe Paterno story.
That's a really long title.
He tried to tell people, guys.
And then
Joe Paterno story.
Sandusky did come out with a book from prison called "Yeah, I Fucked Those Kids. What are you gonna do?"
Yeah, Jerry Sandusky's book is a film coming out called "Why Else Would You Start a Children's Charity?" The Jerry Sandusky story.
By the way, they don't
fuck kids, right?
They don't allow recorders in prison, so they had to find someone to do the audiobook. They got Anthony Cumia.
He's not a bad guy.
Sorry. Hey, I have like 4 Paterno books on my bookshelf. Don't make jokes like that. Listen, it's okay if you have someone that definitely covered up kids getting banged. Who cares?
Yeah, whatever.
That's on you, dude. So the biggest thing that happened this weekend, and we did talk about Joe Rogan had
more like
Bogan.
Got him. Yeah, that's good.
Clip that and send that to him.
Teamwork. He'll delete his channel.
He'll delete his channel. You're right. He'll give up. He'll give up. He'll go back to karate fighting.
Those cis boys are on to me. I gotta shut it down.
So, Joe Rogan had Jack Dorsey on of Twitter. We'll play some clips and then we'll go into the whole. There's a whole saga behind this. So let's start with this. He had him on. So let's watch a little excerpt of the interview. This is regarding Alex Jones and banning.
A hugely significant thing. But I also think about it because of podcasts, because podcasts are in a similar way. Just no one saw it coming, and the people that are involved in it are like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
Like me. I'm like, what am I doing? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, for me, it's like, ooh, boy.
I hate when he tries to play Joe Everyman. You know?
But he is Joe Everyman.
No, he's not, though.
Yes, he is.
He's not.
He likes to go bow hunting.
Joe Everyman doesn't have 50 muscle cars.
I get to talk to guys like Ben Greenfield and Jonathan Haidt and all these different people.
He's a big motorhead. He has quite a few.
They'll learn some stuff. And I've clearly learned way more from doing this podcast than I ever would have learned without it. No doubt about it, unquestionably. But I didn't fucking plan this. So now all of a sudden there's this signal that I'm sending out to millions and millions of people. And then people are like, well, you have a responsibility. I'm like, oh, great. Well, I didn't want that.
Joe's so good at humbly sucking his own dick. He's the master.
He is the best.
At blowing himself while looking humble. No one does it better than him.
He is one of the few guys that can get away with sucking his own dick, and you just don't want to punch him until later. You're like, wait a minute.
Wait, did he just say he's
It was
awesome?
10 minutes of him sucking his own dick.
I didn't want a responsibility to what I distribute. I just wanted to be able to have a freak show. Just talk to people. Like, whatever, you know, like, there's certain people that I'll have on, whether it's Alex Jones or anyone that's controversial, where people will get fucking mad. Why are you giving this person a platform? I go, okay.
Hey, Joe, Mr. Foreshadowing here.
This was the wow.
When you want to talk about people weren't really that upset about Alex. You look at the metrics. There were a few people like, I can't believe it. But when you look at the metrics, Alex or Joe, nobody was angrier than they were this weekend. Wow.
Yeah. This was pretty.
And then the more they censored people, the angrier people got. Oh,
Right.
you handled this poorly this weekend, fella.
I didn't think about it that way, and I don't think that's what I'm doing. I think I'm talking to people, and you can listen.
Yeah.
But it's giving that person a platform because they're saying, well, no, they'll tone down their, like Milo Yiannopoulos. That was one of the arguments people gave me. Like, he toned down his platform when he was on your show so he could get more people to pay attention to him. I'm like, okay, but he also talked about that was one of the reasons why he was exposed was my show, because he talked about that it's okay to have sex with underage boys if they're gay, because there's like a mentor relationship between the older gay man and the younger, and people were like, what the fuck are you talking about? And that was a big part of why he's kind of been removed from the public conversation. There was one of the things.
It was you, Rogan. You were the hero. You were the hero. It was Rogan. He did it. He was the hero among men. And you know, it's not only that fucking Milo was taken down, because I don't like Milo. Let's be clear here. It's not only that Milo was taken down, but you're now again humbly sucking your own dick. Am I wrong? Am I reading this wrong?
No, and I'm going to be quiet a little bit here
Yeah.
because I had all weekend to scream.
No,
about
I know.
Rogan, so we're going to give Royce a little chance to really scream about, because you've been yelling about this weekend.
This guy, you're reveling in it. You've just given yourself props for getting somebody deplatformed. That's what you did. And by the way, when I have Alex on, you said you can't have. I'm going to keep playing the video. I'm very sorry, guys. We'll never get through it.
And then there's the discussion like, well, what is that? What is removing someone from the public conversation? If someone is very popular and they have all these people that like to listen to them, like, what is the responsibility of these platforms, whether it's YouTube or Twitter or anyone? Like, what is their responsibility to decide whether or not someone should or shouldn't be able to speak? And this is a thing that I've been struggling with, and I bounce around inside my own head, and I see that you guys struggle with it, and pretty much everyone does. YouTube.
How about this, Joe?
Struggling.
Instead of struggling, how about this? How about you let everybody on don't worry about what anybody says, and let the chips fall where they lie. Let's judge people on what they. Again, this is what happens. What you're hearing is the toned down version of, they're telling me there's people in my ear. This isn't just in his own head. There's people saying, hey man, you can't have this person on because it's going to look bad. If Joe Rogan, in a heartbeat, if he doesn't play the game, there'll be some sort of fucking Young Turks thing on him, or CBS News. Is Joe Rogan actually helping the alt-right?
He wants to like, again, I said it this weekend, man. He's grown accustomed to a lifestyle, and he saw what happened to Alex. They can just flip a switch and take that lifestyle away from you.
Does, and it's it is a hugely significant discussion that is left to a very relatively small amount of people. And this is why this discussion of what is social media, is it something that everybody has a right to, or is it something that should be restricted to only people that are willing to behave and carry themselves in a certain way?
This whole thing is just creepy, man.
The whole force again,
and vague, and just, it's like, oh boy, and Joe just like sold. I don't care if Joe, like, because originally one of the initial criticisms was like, wow, this was a softball interview, and I was like, I expected it to be a softball interview. The problem is that Joe proactively helped to push the ideas that people like Jack Dorsey believe in, and that was creepy. He actually said at one point, like, the thing I was obsessing over was the fact that he said, you know, one of the things I really do like about these tech companies is that unlike all these other industries, they do seem to have a focus on the greater good ahead of profits and money, and that really, and I'm
The
like,
greater
what?
good?
He was making them sound like they're these altruistic, all loving, benevolent.
By the way,
fucking-
Cash App is a sponsor of Joe Rogan. Cash App is owned by Jack.
Oh, by Jack Dorsey. Yep.
Just for full disclosure, for full transparency.
I believe it's something that everyone has a right.
Does he have a pierced nose? Is that what I'm seeing right there?
Probably.
Oh, what a faggot!
He's
oh, I hate this guy.
Also, I just got to say this. He gave me a junkie vibe. And I'm not... Hey, I want to make it clear. I never said it on that show or this show. I'm not saying he is. Gave me a junkie vibe. Like, there's just certain people where... You've met people like that aren't even on drugs. That you go, man, does he just give you like a scuzzy junkie vibe?
Yeah.
Like, he's like a billionaire that, like, looks like he's just... would be like, hey man, can I crash on your couch, man, for a couple days? Like, he's like, what if he is just like raving junkie who like has a few buddies like throughout California that he just comes by and goes, hey, can I sleep on your couch for a few days? And he does, and then he leaves you like a brick of cash and leaves, and you're like, what the fuck was that?
Where
He
did
just
that from?
Slept on our couch for like 3 days. He puked on it, but then he left like 15 grand on our dining room table. So I guess it's cool.
Right to.
Everyone
But-
has a right to, but you still ban people. Like say like Alex Jones. You guys were the last guys to keep Alex Jones on the platform. You were the last ones.
Yeah.
And I believe you hung in there until he started harassing you personally, right?
No. He did not.
Came to your house. He banged. No.
He did very different things on our platform versus the others.
Okay.
So we saw this domino effect over a weekend of one platform banning him, and then another in very, very quick succession.
Right.
And people, I think, would have assumed that we would just have followed suit, but he didn't violate our terms of service.
Right.
And after.
But you still ban him. The statement you just made would be perfectly fine if Alex Jones was still on your platform, Jack. But he's not.
Afterwards, he did, and we have a policy, and if there's a violation, we take enforcement actions. One might be asking the account holder to delete the tweet. Another.
Okay, then why? And Mike, why was our ROTC Media, our original Twitter, completely deleted and suspended with no reason ever given to us? See, that's the problem. You have to, and this is what I would have asked if I was there. This is what Mike would have asked if he was interviewing there. Well, wait a second. That's not necessarily what's happening. I'll give you a list of people. But the problem is, Joe Rogan spends more time looking at monkeys eating mushrooms than he does about what's really happening. And also capitulating whoever's in the room at the time.
What if you I read an article that said that they were going to give microdoses of LSD to chimps and then give them Twitter accounts. Hey, Jimmy, pull up that article, the chimps with the Twitter accounts. Dude, I bet he could just rip your face off if you gave him too much drugs, dude. Well, good news is they're going to do another one, so that's cool.
Well, we will. I will. I was trying to get. We had a whole thing.
There might be
got a
a
whole
temporary
thing here.
suspension. Another might be a permanent suspension.
So what you saying? So let's use it in terms of him saying that Sandy Hook was fake. He did not say that on the platform. He did not say that on Twitter. He only said that on his show.
I don't know all the mediums he said it in.
What did he do?
But what we're looking at is the conduct and what he did on our platform.
So what did he do on your platform that was that you all were in agreement that this is enough?
I'm not sure what the actual violations were.
One of the biggest news stories
You would need to have that answer, right?
That's
I feel
one
like
you would
that's-
have to have. But here's the thing. Let's see if Joe pushes back.
But we have a set number of actions, and if they keep getting,
He's more vague than the actual toss agreement.
if an
Look at him,
account
look at
keeps
him.
violating terms of service, ultimately it leads to permanent suspension. And when all the other platforms were taking him off, we didn't find those. We didn't find those violations.
But he's not on. But you did eventually. He didn't start tweeting any differently because you said I remember him after that. He didn't start tweeting any differently.
And they weren't reported. But again, it goes back to a lot of our model. People weren't reporting a lot of the tweets that may have been in violation on our service, and we didn't act on them.
Right. Like a good instance is what's going on with Patreon.
Look, see? That's it.
Moving on. We're
The
good.
Alex Jones thing is over. Your friend.
These Patreon
Your
guys,
friend
though.
for years. I just want to hug him. Remember that? When he just freaks out at me, I just want to hug him. Just talk down to Alex. I just want to hug him.
Yeah, and be like, "Are you all right, man? Because you're acting weird."
Fucking motherfucking asshole.
Yeah, he's really gave. This was, I mean, look, dude, he already sold out long ago, but this was like, this was beyond selling out. This was like, get on your knees and suck your overlord's dick in front of everyone. It was very bizarre.
So he posted this on Facebook. I had Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, on the podcast Friday, and many people felt I didn't grill him hard enough on Twitter censoring right-wing voices. Fake sincerity coming up. My intention going into the podcast was to talk to him about that, but also to talk to him about the responsibilities that come with managing a worldwide conversation with a platform that no one ever saw coming. Hey, Joe, nobody cares about that aspect. You spent the entire time talking about the platform and and space robots. The other idea I wanted to discuss, I'm not lying, was the possibilities of new technologies that could be the next version of social media.
I'm sorry, it was just so childish. Space.
That's what he wants to talk about, fucking space robots. That's more important than fucking people being deplatformed. I asked him about censorship, but some people on the right felt that I didn't go after him hard enough. Okay, Caesar, look what he's doing already.
Some of you right wingers,
Some people
some of you Nazis out there.
some people on the right.
Some
No.
of you crazies on the right.
There
wing.
was a lot of people that were not right wingers that I know personally that were going, yeah, that was pretty fucked up. That interview was bullshit. This is not just crazy right wingers. You phony.
You keep going because I'm going to pull something up as you are describing. Here we go. You said all these crazy right wingers, right?
I'm not, and I don't even think anyone who has paid attention to anything I've said believes that.
Can I just
Sure.
say something? So the Jack Dorsey interview, Joe Rogan Experience, 8.4 thousand upvotes, 54,000 Nazis,
Yeah.
far-right fascist Nazis downvoted this video. So it's just a lot of you far-right crazies
Now-
want freedom of speech.
Now look at this. Then he posted a link to this article. Like whoever wrote this article that thinks I'm right wing. So somebody wrote this article, and it was Twitter CEO claims Trump is no worse than Obama on right wing podcast, and he's saying he's not right wing. I don't even think anyone has paid attention. Some people, bro, don't feel like that hard enough. Some people like who wrote this article that I'm right wing. He's spending more time defending that he's not a right winger, and so far, than he is about anything else he's done. But let's keep reading. I'm not, and I don't even think anyone who has paid attention to anything I've said believes that. I believe like someone wanted a good conversational clickbaity title for an article, regardless of whether or not it was accurate. As for the interview, I asked questions I wanted to ask, and although his answers on some of them were vague, I felt like I got out of him whatever was going to get without being too confrontational. Hey, Joe. You don't want to be too confrontational. You had a bigger fight with Steven Crowder over weed, man.
And look, to be fair and objective, Steven Crowder was being kind of a douche.
Fine.
He was not doing himself any favors. But Joe really, there are certain times where Joe feels like he has somebody on
And I don't like Crowder.
who is less than him. And it doesn't just happen with Crowder. It happens with his own friends. You think that he's going to let Eddie Bravo get away with a vague answer?
No, he went in and remember the moon thing when he went in on Eddie Bravo about the moon thing?
Or if
Yeah.
Ari Shaffir was on and said, look, I don't censor people on my message boards or whatever. He would be going, dude, you fucking did. You blah, blah, blah. Like, he doesn't, this made me mad. Because, again, as Royce brought up, Cash App is one of his sponsors. A lot of money, billion-dollar companies here. And Joe is like, he's now crushed under the weight of just all of his obligations to people greater than him. Big fucking... And I'm not one of these that's like, guys, it's the deep state. He's got a CIA handler, guys. Austin, Texas, you got a CIA field office, and you got Joe Rogan down here. He's Operation Mockingbird. I'm not that crazy.
No, of course, yeah.
He is so beholden. Like, he's at that level now where you're so beholden to, like, it's the same way with, like, an athlete. Like, Nike owns that motherfucker. His team owns that motherfucker. It's the same way with Rogan. Rogan is now to the point where the UFC doesn't even own Joe Rogan.
No.
Joe Rogan he is basically free, but like free to live in his own cage. Like he's
right.
built this high level, like he's up there now. So he's beholden to that. And my whole thing is, dude, if you want to sell this propaganda, do it yourself. Don't even have... You should have known that you're having Jack Dorsey on and accepting these non-answers was going to start a fucking... The internet... they say, like, Twitter and Facebook are the new town square. So you got what basically turned into the internet equivalent of a flash riot. Like one of those things where the mayor comes out and goes, yeah, these great guys are going to build nuclear power plants next to your homes, and everybody went boo and started throwing shit, and now the whole city burned down, the city being that video. So then you took the video down, you reposted it, did this clip, you got bombarded with hatred. And it's people on the far right, you fucker. So again, I want to point out 8.4 thousand. And let's be honest, I don't think 8,000 people were like, yay, Jack Dorsey. They were leftists.
Of course.
Furious. So 8.4 thousand maybe upvotes. 54,000 downvotes on a video. They were all Nazis? Show. Are they all hammerskins going around goose-stepping with their red shoelaces? Or do you have a problem on your hands right now? I think it's the latter. I think you have a fucking PR disaster on your hands.
Have also been, continuing with what he wrote on Facebook, there have also been talks of editing the video and deleting disparaging YouTube comments.
Hey, Jamie, pull that up. Hey, Jamie, pull up the shadow bans.
That's not true.
That
is
true.
The video fucked up.
It is true. It happened to me, sir.
Well, no, but listen to his excuse. There have been talks about us editing the video and deleting disparaging YouTube comments. That's not true. The video fucked up while we were filming in TriCaster crashed.
The inanimate object, the thing that's a file on a database, that fucked up.
As far as I know, Jamie put it all back together, as far as I know. As for the YouTube comments, we don't delete those. I don't know how it works, but I suspect that
well, I know. No. I'm sorry. I know you want to get through this. I know how it fucking works, Joe.
Yep.
Through years of running these channels myself, because I'm not rich. I don't have a yoga studio in my fucking house. For having to do all this shit on my own. For being an actual shit poster, by the way. For knowing the difference between comments that should be shadow banned and comments that shouldn't be shadow banned. Knowing the line. Blurring the line on purpose so you can learn these sort of things. Yeah, we shit posters have done a lot to push the algorithm and experiment with it and learn it. So I know for a fact that you or Jamie, probably Jamie, all you have to do is click on the comment and go hide user from channel, and that's it. Now I will see my own comment every time I go there, but you'll get no more upvotes. Nobody will see it. No more replies. Now, last night he lifted those, which was very weird. He lifted
From
some
you,
of them.
not Revenge of the Sis, which also had 1.1 thousand upvotes with my comment. Hey Jamie, Dignity, what's that? Pull it up. That one was doing well, and then that one got shadow banned, and that one's still shadow banned because I checked. So it's still happening. You're lying. But listen to his excuse. I don't know how it works, but I suspect there's some form of what Dorsey talked about with the Twitter where machine learning downvotes certain perspectives or what they deem offensive or rude comments. What definitely isn't is Jamie or anyone else from my team deleting things. That is a fucking lie.
That's a lie.
You're
That
lying.
is a lie.
Couple things I want to break apart here. I don't know how it works. Hey, the guy who wants to talk about, like I said before, space robots and Neuralink and wants to be the intellectual dark web, you should know how to work fucking your YouTube comment section, Joe.
Can I break it down too?
Sure.
This nigga's lying.
Oh yeah, he's lying.
That's all. That's my breakdown.
I know.
I'm not really a lawyer about it. He lying, Your Honor.
I definitely think there's a discussion to be had about censoring comments through computer programs or manual deleting. I want you folks to know that we're not responsible for any of that. You're lying. I am still shadow banned.
You are fucking lying. It's shadow banning.
Yeah. I do my best, and if I don't fulfill some of your expectations, I can understand. Honestly, I think I learned more from negative reactions, why is Jamie deleting comments then, than from positive ones, and I truly appreciate having public review of these conversations because it's part of how I get better at this shit. Joe Rogan, every man, sucking his own cock right at the end. So, because of the backlash...
Wait, there was a backlash over this?
Yeah, there's a little bit of backlash.
Yeah, I gotta say this too, man. When you thought like, is it just gonna be Owen stuff? Just Friday night he does this fucking meltdown. Remember we had the original 9/11 meme where it was like Owen Benjamin and Crowder with Tower 1 and 2. We had to add Joe Rogan to it and make him Building 7 because it just fell on its own. Like he just came out of nowhere Friday. We got to milk this all weekend and it was, my God, what a spectacular. Like, he was shadow banning comments. He lifted the shadow ban as of yesterday. We were making a lot of noise on it on my channel.
Right.
And it was, dude, it wasn't just me. Mark Dice, Matt Christensen, Baked Alaska. You were, like, everybody was really pissed. And I think people heard it. But again, guys, all Nazis. It was just Nazis. 54,000 Nazis.
Couple super chats into Aunt Bessie says intros too self-indulgent. Good callback.
Hate you.
Jeremy Lee goes, Joe, my views are dependent upon my guest Rogan. Ty the Hippo says, on point, guys, keep these coming. Much love from Virginia. Thanks for making my day brighter. That was from Ty the Hippo. And Aunt Bessie, the potato supremacist, says, the worst thing about this is that it makes Owen Benjamin sound credible. Yes, I said this earlier today. You know, we talked a lot about Owen Benjamin, but you know what? At least Owen Benjamin believes the things he's saying.
And
you know
look,
what I mean?
we pretty much dislike a lot of the same people Owen does.
That is true.
We don't dislike Owen. Our entire issue with Owen from day one has been, go talk to somebody, get some shit off your chest, dial it back. The entire fascination with Owen was about watching a guy who looks like he's going to explode at any minute.
Right.
And it's like, you need to chill, dude. I would rather Owen be calmly and in a comedic fashion be taking these guys, taking the piss out of these retards. Not going, guys, they're wizards. That's not helping. Calling everyone wizards doesn't help.
So then Joe Rogan posted this on Instagram this morning, I believe. Was it this morning or last night?
I hate Instagram, dude.
Yeah.
Am I the only one?
I don't use it. I've tried to. I deleted my account.
You know what it is? I hate typing on my phone.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of phones.
So Rogan wrote this on Instagram. Good news for everyone that was annoyed that we didn't cover censorship and deplatforming enough on the podcast with Jack Dorsey because he's offered to come back on again. I'm going to take the criticism to heart and research all the high-profile cases on the right. By the way, now Jack's going to come up with a bunch of screenshots of now, this is specifically what Alex said. Alex said.
Of course, he's got his whole team working on it.
Now you got an entire bunch
There's a
of
whole
lawyers
room working overtime at the Twitter headquarters right now, printing up things and just getting ready.
I'm going to take criticism to heart and research all high-profile cases on the right and on the left of any instances that might be viewed as double standards. Anything in particular you think it's important, please leave a mention in the comments, and I'll have someone make a list. So I'm going to continue here, but hey, stupid, you're already doing this wrong. You know what, like, really good old school journalists used to do? They didn't used to say, "Hey, I'm going to ask John F. Kennedy this," and then he's prepared for it. You because of what you just did, this just proves more that you know what I mean? Like, you've already given it away. You've given away everything you're going to do now.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be presenting a prosecutorial case against Jack Dorsey. We're going to take the angle that Alex Jones and stop, shut up, just have it at court. What are you doing?
Can you imagine Woodward and Bernstein go, "We're today going to meet somebody in a parking garage"?
Yep, we got a microphone planted and everything.
Shut up! What are you doing? And then we'll continue.
Abracadabra, Jack. Huh?
We'll continue. One thing
I hope Jack comes in with a lawyer that just whispers the whole
Oh,
time.
that'd be hilarious.
So what do you think about, like, Alex Jones said that, all right, hang on. Should I say that? I have no information on that. Every answer, every time you have a lawyer there, they go, just say nothing. Fuck them.
Senate hearing.
Every lawyer, you just hire them, and every time you get nervous in front of Congress, they go, no, just plead the fifth. Fuck them. Plead the fifth.
One thing I really liked that Jack said was that he felt that the ability to communicate online was a right that we all should have. Maybe this line, when I read it, Mike, I got viscerally angry. Maybe there can be a road to redemption for people that have been banned. So what he's saying here is, and trust me, I've analyzed this.
Do you know who said that, by the way? You know whose idea this was?
Whose idea?
The idea.
The idea.
You know who was sucking up in the comments of the Jack Dorsey interview?
Who? Sargon?
Sargon.
Yeah, I saw that.
What if we earned our way back in? I'll suck anyone's dick. You can fuck my hideous wife.
Maybe there can be, but Sargon's a moron. Rogan,
but it got into the ether.
No,
now everybody's like, you can earn it with crack. Go fuck your mother.
Fuck you. That's what I said. Maybe there can be a road for it. So basically, you're gonna let the fucking overlords control you, and then they'll go. But you know what? If you're a good little pet, I will let you back into the arena of thought.
Do you understand?
No, fuck you, dude. Don't ban people. Let people say what the fuck they want.
Yeah. You and understand, then if I'm the guy that you put a rope around my neck and put me at the gallows and I'm just waiting, don't even get close enough to me to talk shit, because I will spit in your face. Right. Like, you could go, do you want a chance to save your life? Right in your fucking face. Just do it. I'll never come back to the internet. I don't care. I'll go live like Mitch. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to.
But I will.
Yeah, I don't want to have to learn how to make my own jerky and beer and shit. Sounds terrible, but I will if I have to. But I will do that before I suck Jack Dorsey's cock on a podcast. I'd go, no, fuck you.
Why don't you?
Does Rogan not have enough? You know what I mean? Like, you got enough. You got enough to not suck the devil's dick.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you have enough. You're financially free enough to tell these guys to go fuck themselves if you were being, But I don't want to get too confrontational. I saw you make Steven Crowder. I don't like Crowder. Made Steven Crowder. I remember listening to that. Miss his flight. Crowder had to miss his flight to keep arguing with Joe about weed. But you don't want to be too confrontational. No, of course not. You don't want to be confrontational with him. Hey, by the way, Joe, I propose this to you. All right? The Joe Rogan road to redemption. After what you've become, bud, I don't want Jack back on your show. Too late. You screwed the pooch. Now you've prepared him. How about here's a road to redemption? Have Alex Jones back on. That's Joe Rogan needs a road to redemption, not us, motherfucker. Have Alex Jones on. Have him back on. Yes,
Look,
Mike.
I got a better idea. How about you and Jack Dorsey go on InfoWars?
There you go.
That's a road to redemption.
There's road for redemption.
Jack Dorsey, Joe Rogan, Alex Jones at InfoWars, and Harrison Smith.
There you go, especially a Bud Harrison.
There you go.
That is a road to redemption.
Harrison into every pitch now.
He's awesome. He was great last week. That is the road to redemption. The road to redemption for Joe Rogan. Not for us. Not for people that were banned. Not for people like us that get popped and banned. And sometimes we're given no reason. Because us little fucking plebs and the up-and-comers and Obi Raids and people like that, nobody gives a fuck about them. Nobody cares. So, Rogan.
Makes me sad.
Earn your way back, fucker. You can't be Mr. like, man, I just want to sit down and talk about things. And then when all this stuff, and suck your own dick, and then when you finally have somebody on after, by the way, Rogan is, remember, just a year ago, Rogan was Mr. Free Speech, was Mr. People should say what they want, man. Now, finally, you're the one person, because Jack is not interviewed by anybody. The one person that can actually finally get something out of him. You would have earned a lot of respect, Rogan, if you said, no, but wait a minute. How do you not know why Alex Jones was banned? Like, that's not confrontational. That's a follow-up question that anybody who doesn't want to talk about space robots wants to have.
I would have been like,
well,
dude,
you wanted to show him your samurai sword, Joe?
Yeah, I'd have been like, dude, you know what? If I asked Obama right now about fucking Osama bin Laden dying, he would have gave me a fucking a step-by-step account of how it happened, because it was the biggest thing to happen in his presidency, right? Like,
no, yeah,
it's the biggest thing. The biggest banning you ever had was Alex Jones. You wouldn't have that on standby, ready to answer.
No, it's you. You know what, Joe? You became everything that you were like, man, I can't believe this. By the way, Joe, you want to have Alex Jones on. Listen, motherfucker, I remember, and he remembers, we remember the Joe Rogan in his house podcast when this started. The moon's fake, man, and everything's a CIA op, man. He was conspiracy theorist number one. The moment Homeboy went mainstream, now he's like, no, man, you have to have reasoned conversation. I can't have Alex Jones back on. I can't have him back on because in 2006 or 2012, he said something about Sandy Hook. He's been saying crazy shit like that all the time. And the whole point about standing up for somebody is going, no, fuck you, mister. That's where you go, fuck you. It's my show. If I want Alex Jones on, I'll fucking have Alex Jones on. But no, instead you capitulate and you have Jack on and you suck his cock because you're a phony, Joe. So you need to go on a fucking road to redemption. And having Jack back on, now preparing him online for all the stuff he's going to be getting, giving him a week to prep for the Joe Rogan interview.
Yeah, he's going to have all the right answers. He's going to have all the non-answers lined up.
Unbelievable, man. Unfucking believable. Seriously. Fuck you, Rogan. Fuck you. Sorry. That I was... Woo. All right. Let's move on from Rogan real quick.
I like Rogan. I think he's gonna. This next one, man, we're really gonna get to the bottom of terrible censorship.
All right. Well, let's talk about the new video from Future Nobody. Future Nobody made a video. Now, who was Future Nobody before, Mike? Before they switched?
This gentleman used to be known as Owen Benjamin Parodies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we played them on their show once, and now he's turned.
Future Nobody. You guys should go subscribe to his channel. He's cool. He's going to be doing all kinds of new stuff. But he, I was ranting on Nightwave one night about how we need a good Walther, Louder with Crowder, Anthony Cumia sort of a nice little hit piece.
Right.
And he said, I'll do it. And I said, dude, you know what you're doing. This is your arena. I'll tell you kind of where to find some good stuff, and he kind of ran with it.
So here we have Steven Crowder,
BFF, the Canadian Psycho, and the Count, BFFs.
Yes. So in Future Nobody made this video. Now a lot of you people are new here, and you might not know Anthony Cumia. Anthony Cumia was the co-host.
We have a lot of history with the Coons.
Yeah, Anthony Cumia was the co-host of the very popular at the time Opie and Anthony show. Now he has Compound Media, where Gavin started. Gavin McGuinness. Make myself a dusty bogan. He had Anthony Cumia on. By the way, he doesn't even know how to say Anthony's name correctly, which makes me feel very, very happy. So let's go ahead and play this video that Future Nobody made.
Louder with Crowder Studios, protected exclusively by Walther.
Hey, we have Anthony Cumia on the show.
Very excited.
Anthony Cumia, and he keeps calling him Cumia.
The Cumia family.
Cumia on the show.
Very excited.
I know you're a gun guy, right?
Where the fuck is my gun?
I tried to call the police.
Got enough.
Stay away from me.
Now, this is a video of Anthony and his girlfriend at the time.
Yeah, Danny Brand.
He
Him
was
in a little dust up.
They got a little drunk, and me and people were bitten. Guns were lost. Fun was had.
Oh my God, don't hit me again.
This is not good. Fuck! And I know you have a Walther PPK.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Is
Love the Walther.
Beautiful. Is it a Smith & Wesson licensed Walther PPK? Do you know, or is it Inner Arms?
No, it's not the Smith and Wesson.
Okay. Oh, it might. I know you're a big fan of the firearm. Maybe we can get you one out there in New York.
Awesome.
I don't think you're allowed to have one anymore, Ant.
Yeah, I don't think he doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to talk guns anymore. It's an uncomfortable topic because after his high-profile domestic violence Periscope.
Wait, what happened?
He, I believe he had his guns taken away.
Now he pled guilty to something, Mike. What did he plead guilty to?
I believe it was domestic strangulation.
Domestic strangulation.
Yes,
he pled
and
guilty
I think
to
a battery too. I think a battery.
And battery. He pled guilty to it. Okay, good.
Awesome.
Stay away from me! You fucking psycho!
Where the fuck is my gun?
This nigga's crazy.
Let me ask you this: how do you balance kind of the work life, personal life?
You stupid bitch.
Now, Mike.
All right, we gotta let this play a little bit.
Sorry,
we're gonna get
apologize.
screamed at in the
I
comments
apologize.
every day.
Clean it up. Clean it up. Oh yeah.
There's no point in wondering where your pockets are. Tasting smooth, creamy milk.
Oh, that's the music. That kind of music that Crowder plays, right? Yeah.
Holy shit.
Hey, excellent show. Take it.
People would just beat the crap out of you. You're this obnoxious constantly.
Now he's beating a guy who's not all there. Bobo, who's not
Bobo
all
is a
there.
mentally handicapped guy.
Right.
He's gotten drunk before.
Dude, this is so funny to me. This is so fucking funny to me.
This is not good. If you could go back in time and talk to your teenage self,
Wanna go back in time? Go back in time.
what would you tell him? What would be the single most important piece of advice?
I don't know if I would have any advice. I kind of like the direction my life took.
Do
The
you?
reason that bad things happen to you is because you're a dumbass.
Yeah, this is the cousin I said I would fuck if I had to fuck one of my cousins.
That's pretty.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I went into your bedroom. I grabbed your panties when you were 14.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I rubbed them on my face as I jerked off.
That's pretty.
Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
I came like an animal. What the fuck is this? I'm jacking up to Jackie's panties. Oh, Jackie.
Fucking gross.
Hello. I want to play a game.
Phase 3, bitches.
Hey, who's that? Who's that?
Here's some choice quotes about Steven Crowder's best friend, Anthony Cumia of Compound Media.
Cumia.
Steven Crowder's buddy.
The music is great.
I won't call him a pedophile, but yes, I will call him a pedophile. His ex-girlfriend, Melissa Stetton. Got a great set of tits and a nice ass, but she's 13. Anthony Cumia. Steven Crowder's best friend.
Steven Crowder's best friend.
There's no such thing as the law.
No such thing as the law.
Oh,
What age do you stop yourself?
13.
Even though there is something called the law, just gets around it.
Just 13 is where you stop yourself?
13.
Holy shit.
Jesus, that's
But it's
honest
gotta be
as a
the right.
motherfucker.
It's gotta be the right 13.
13.
What the fuck? You never seen a hot 13-year-old that is completely fuckable?
Holy shit!
Oh man, did they leave out the classic Patrice line? You should be put to sleep.
You should be put to sleep.
You
Yeah.
fucking piece of shit. He meant it. That was one of the few times he was like, they were all at a loss for words. Say what you want about Opie, but Opie is a dad who really gets turned off by that kind of shit. He was like, "What is wrong with you?"
You can't write this shit.
When's he gonna confront? When's Crowder gonna confront?
The creepy music
Huh?
makes you look like a raving lunatic.
It's great though.
I know it is. It
It's
looks
fun.
like you're going to kill somebody.
Hey, Crowder, he's right there. You got him. Confront. These are all things that Crowder is willing to overlook.
Steven Crowder is an evil man. He's evil as shit.
It's a great edit.
Is the
Dude, that Crowder smiling thing. Sorry, I had to pause that.
It's so
the
good.
Crowder smiling
It's so
thing
good.
is here. Just back up just a little bit.
These are all things that Crowder is willing to overlook.
Steven Crowder is an evil man. He's evil as shit.
Dude, that's so creepy. That's so fucking
Ladies
creepy.
and gentlemen, the Canadian psycho, Steven Crowder.
Is the fucking Antichrist, dude. He's evil as shit, dude.
2012, Self-Cutting Girl began tweeting during the Opie Anthony broadcast. The tweets that would come from the account were edgy and occasionally funny, especially considering the fact that it was a 14-year-old girl behind the account. Since it seemed so unusual for a young girl to be tweeting such clever and uncouth things, the gimmick got over quickly with the O&A fan base. The young woman, who told everyone her real name was Alyssa, began receiving occasional retweets from Opie and Anthony. Self-Cutting Girl became a high-profile presence in the online O&A community, a young, outspoken fan out there hopefully cultivating new young fans to breathe new life into your ratings and advertising demographics. What's not to like? The problem is that Alyssa turned out to be a 39-year-old male fan who was masquerading as a teenage girl.
Womp
The
womp.
situation was enough to warrant a mention during the Opie and Anthony show, in which a segment hosts tensely explained the situation, albeit obviously.
I'm sorry?
You ever hear that clip?
What clip?
When it gets out on Whackbag that it was a dude and that. Anthony
No,
got
I've never
catfished.
actually heard that clip.
They address it on their show, but like barely on a Monday morning. It's like, and they.
Oh no! Yes, I have.
And
Yes,
they're
I
like,
have.
"Yo, what are you talking
In
about?
the beige frequency thing. Yes, I have heard that clip. Beige frequencies thing. Yes, I did. Where he was like, "Yeah, you know, you thought she was cool, and it turns out," and Opie's like, "Yeah, no, I was retweeting her and stuff." And Jim is like, "I knew she was fake right away. I blocked her right
they
away. I
were,
knew
like,
she was
panic,
fake."
Yeah. Opie was the only one that you just were like, yeah, he was like, whatever. I go home and I sit in front of a TV. Omitting many details. In the aftermath, Cumia would first deny buying any gifts for Alyssa. By the way, if you go to this article, I'll give you a link. I wrote this article a while back using a lot of stuff from the old O&A subreddit. You guys can go check it out, and all the hyperlinks in the story will take you to corroborating evidence. In the aftermath, Cumia would first deny buying any gifts for Alyssa. He would later delete the threads he made denying it, then admitted that he did in fact buy a MacBook and an iPad from the Amazon wish list in question.
And again, he thought she was how old, Mike?
14, but I think eventually, changed into the 15 range. Still fucking gross.
Yeah,
like
got
there's
it.
no,
Yeah, no,
there's
I
no
get it.
up. You notch up a year, and there's some redemption there, but in that age range. But that he did not do so out of charity, or that he did so out of charity. At one point, he even tried to convince people that Self-Cutting Girl was his niece. When none of that worked, he wiped his entire Twitter history. This is true.
This I remember.
His ex-girlfriend, Melissa Stetton, corroborated the story in a now deleted but still archived blog. She goes on to say Cumia claimed that he bought the gifts for Alyssa because, quote, she was a fan of the show and she's cute. He was also reportedly attempting to make arrangements for her to come stay at the compound.
Thunderdome Boxing says $1,300 for a brand new MacBook Air. $1,300.
That's $1,300 in Great Recession money. That was during the Great Recession.
Now this is a picture of the tweet.
Kumia's original Twitter account. This was a real tweet that happened. Retweet. Apology girl, a self-cutting girl. Put a New York plane ticket on that wish list. He added, oh man, you want an east or west wing room? Hashtag compound hotel. Yeah. He wanted to invite this girl.
Wow, dude! I'm sorry. I have to pop. This because what you're saying, of course, always sounds creepy. But until you see it with your own eyes, like what this avatar looked like, you don't realize how disgusting of a man he is. I know. You know what I mean? Like, because it's one of those things. Like,
good job with this.
It's one of those things. Like, if you were to tell your kid what happened on 9/11, but then there's nothing you could do that would match watching the video of two you know what I mean? Like this is like Anthony is like the 9/11 of people.
Until you see it.
Yeah.
Until you see it unfold and you see the horror.
You don't know.
You're like, oh my God, that was bad.
That was really
oh my
bad.
God, look at all those people screaming. He wanted to invite what he thought was this girl to the...
They look, I'm sorry, they look like children.
Yeah, this is not
This isn't like have you seen some of those 13-year-olds?
Or, no, I mean, not even because it's still, that's what I mean. He's so grown, but it's like, it's not like, hey, have you seen some of these 17-year-olds?
Right, exactly.
God damn it.
Yeah, you're like, oh,
you go,
man.
Holy shit. But then you find out that girl's 17. Dude, get him the fuck out
away
here.
from here.
Yeah, seriously. Who sees that and see, like, I've always been around lived in houses and stuff where there's like adult activities going on. Not necessarily nefarious or disgusting degeneracy, but there's like usually, when I lived in like Tampa, there was always like drugs in the house and other people and roommate. Like there was always things where if I saw somebody who looked like that in and around my house, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck is this chick doing in our house? Get this chick the fuck out of my house. Like that's where you go, okay, guys, get a little fucking weird here.
Exactly.
And it's just... It has nothing to do with like being a moral fag. There's an instinct that kicks in for normal humans. So you go, don't have that around. You're gonna blow our whole fucking gig over here. We're smoking weed. We got of age hoes by the pool. We got drugs. We got money to go to fucking Borgata. Let's chill out.
Of age hoes.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Compound hotel, pool parties and booze, huh? So, also, Anthony had to delete his Vine account. Anthony had a Vine account.
This picture's
his
the
Vine
worst
had to
one.
delete it eventually.
This is the
Why?
worst one.
Because the O&A subreddit caught him liking only Vines from this girl.
Ryan goes,
Here
who
we
left
go.
their daughter there? That's another thing. Like it's like the parents that let the little boy sleep over at Neverland. It's like, who does that? This is rough. This was
Anthony.
really bad. Come on, man. She has braces.
Yeah, dude. I know, man. You're
No, I know, but Mike,
man.
I've seen these because you wrote the
been down
story.
this
I've been down the
Clermont road so many times.
But every time you see that, it doesn't become real until you see the pictures.
Was creeping on this girl on Vine. This girl's videos were one of very few things Anthony had time to go on Vine and like. Steven Crowder's buddy, a guy who was in his 40s when he was going after this kind
Late
of shit.
40s.
Steven Crowder's buddy, the Canadian psycho, and the Count. That's what he's into. That's what Crowder is willing. These are all things that Crowder is willing to overlook. When's he going to confront? When's Crowder going to confront?
Makes me look like a psycho. You
Huh?
do look like the music makes
Crowder,
you look like a
he's right
psychopath.
there. You got him. Confront. You're going down, Crowder. I said it. You're a bad man. You're a bad man, but I'm worse.
You don't know me, but I know you. Let the game begin.
Wait, I think there's a little thing at the end.
Sorry.
Maybe I am wrong. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I thought there was a surprise thing at the end. But no, that is the end. That is, well played.
Well, that's
Thank you to Future
By the way,
Nobody.
that's
Please
Future
subscribe,
Nobody.
to Future Nobody. I will post a link in the fucking chat there. How you like them apples?
We do have to go to break real quick. We have to go to break to make the PPs and stuff. RevengeOfTheSys.com/XPN. If you want to be protected on the internet, go to RevengeOfTheSys.com/XPN. That'll take you to Pro XPN. You get protected. We get a little dough. Everybody's happy.
No, it's not a public video anymore.
What's not? That thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll post it in the link in the comments later if when it comes up. We do have to go to break. Don't forget, if you want to help us, patreon.com/we're not sorry. That's our Patreon. Patreon.com/we're not sorry. Become a monthly patron. You guys help us a lot when you do that. It helps us do this show. Each of us do 2 shows a day. So please help us out that way. And of course, if you go to revengeofthesys.com/donate, there's a whole bunch of stuff you could get there, ways you could donate and stuff. And there's an Amazon link. If you're going to do Amazon buying anyway, click through that link, buy what you're going to buy. We get a little commission. It helps us out. We'll be back in 5 minutes with another whole hour of Revenge of the Sys.
The most exciting 2 hours of television is back with an all-new Revenge of the Sys. As Royce and Mersch continue to track an international deep state pedophile ring, their journey to the nation's capital is put on hold as Orlando's best police cops receive a cryptic message from an old colleague.
It's a message from my old partner. He needs to see us in Los Angeles right now. Says it's related to our case.
Do you trust him?
As much as I trust you, partner.
What's to know then? A detour from their original investigation finds these no-nonsense detectives in the middle of Hollywood.
Thanks for meeting me. We can't talk long. They're probably following me.
Who's following you?
The Podesta brothers. They've got eyes everywhere, Lopez.
Now trapped between deep state globalists and the Hollywood elite, Lopez and Mersch are on the case. They're no longer avenging Orlando. They're saving America. And this week, they're taking on Pedowood.
I've been working this case. This Dan Schneider guy, producer at Nickelodeon, he's into kids. Or feet. Or kids' feet.
Yeah, the iCarly guy.
How do you know all this?
Thanks for meeting me.
No problem, Miss Bynes.
This is Amanda Bynes? Jesus, she looks terrible.
Dude, she can hear you.
Watch this week as the web grows bigger, the case becomes more complex, and more older model cars get wrecked and plenty of nameless extras get shot. This week on an all-new Revenge of the Sys, followed by Nazi Lawyer. USA, hotels don't have Netflix.
For this performance in delicate.
Make your shopping day a little easier.
Mervyn's Dollar Day sale is going on right now, and that means great buys on clothes for kids. All this week, you can save on boys' clothes by Campus Le Tigre. Short-sleeve Le Tigre knits are the shirts all the boys will be wearing back to school.
Do you like pranks, guns, and jokes about retarded people? Well, so do we, but odds are your liberal snowflake friend doesn't. How would you like an easy, cost-effective way of screwing with that friend anonymously without losing your Twitter account? Guns for Tards is the perfect way to trigger an SJW anonymously through the mail. For a low fee, your target will receive a beautifully designed professional mailer from our fictional Guns for Tards charity, containing a thank you letter for their donation. They'll be led to believe that money was donated in their name to a charity that advocates Second Amendment rights for the mentally handicapped people in their area. For a few extra bucks, they will receive pictures and a detailed profile of a retarded person who they helped arm. It's all fun and games, well, except for that idiot who gets this in their mailbox and freaks out. Messing with someone through the mail is effective. Most people do it trolling over the internet, but regular mail is way more invasive. Whether it's a boss, an ex, or a liberal professor you don't like, this is the perfect way to screw with someone anonymously for the cost of a cup of coffee. Well, a cup of coffee in Manhattan, in a fancy coffee shop. Check out www.gunsfortards.com and select a package today. Use promo code MERSH for 10% off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. A new night, a new time. The Sully Show returns to More Like Radio, Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern before Dutch and Royce. Tuesday nights will never be the same.
I am the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. I am a thatched roof cottage in Wales. I am the best of Great Britain. I am British Caledonian Air.
From Time Life Music comes a one-of-a-kind Rat Pack collection, their most bigoted songs. All your favorite once acceptable hits like Drunk Old Injun.
The drunk old Injun squatting in his teepee, fire water keeping him warm.
Jewish Nose.
She's got a big, beautiful Jewish nose, and it's there 2 minutes early wherever she goes.
Dean Martin singing Chinaman's Chants.
And Mr. Chinaman say in his Chinaman way, a ding-a-ling, a ching-a-chong, a ching-a-chong-choo.
Pew Stinky Frenchman.
Paris is lovely and Nice sure is nice, and Marseille is charming with champagne on ice. But you stinky Frenchmen haven't a clue. Pew stinky Frenchmen, frog you.
Hey there, Fruity.
Hey there, Fruity, you can do my hair. Hey there, Fruity, don't touch me down there. Hey there, Fruity, again, I don't approve.
And many more.
Second hour, Revenge of the Sis. Thank you for staying with us. Monday show. If you're a first timer, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, like the video, tell a friend, and then go fuck yourself. Welcome, second hour.
I think homie fucking flip-flopped on us.
Who flipped? What happened?
All right, so I go to get that video, right? And it's gone.
Future nobody?
Just played that he had buffered is now gone.
Well, luckily we played it.
Deleted it. It says video's been removed by the users. That means he deleted it. He didn't make it private.
Why? What happened?
I don't know, but he's just uploaded another Owen Benjamin video. I think he's back in the Owen Benjamin camp.
Who cares?
I just wish I'd saved a copy of that video. Like now the only copy we have is the one we paused.
Well, I was talking over it.
times.
Yeah, I know. I was talking over it. Well, wait a second. Hold on.
No, if you're going to try to download it, it's too late.
I'm not going to try to download it, but I think I still have it buffered, so we could.
By the time you refresh that.
Whatever. You might be right. All right. Anyway.
Fuck, man.
Well, at least look on the upside. We got it out before it was taken down. Still well done video. I don't know what happened.
Fucker.
All right. Okay. So what's this? Well, that's weird. Don't you have a show called kind of that same thing?
Everyone steals my stuff.
Yeah, I see that.
This guy, that Fango guy, Everybody wants to rip off Mersh. Everybody wants to kind of ride my dick.
Right.
Because I have so much, what do you call it, swag?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm major league swagged out. So basically, the Nightshade guys got together.
Now, who are the Nightshade guys?
I don't know.
Bunch of fucking people.
No, so it's not Michael Malice, the great Michael Malice.
Okay.
Over there at Compound Media.
Okay.
Anthony Cumia. The great Anthony Cumia. Compound Hotel.
Okay.
By the way, future nobody, give me a copy of that video. You're a fag. So they got together, and I guess they decided, hey, Let's do a show for free on YouTube. We'll all hang out and get drunk. And we'll open it up for super chats and for all kinds of, interactive, open forum.
Right.
Not behind a paywall. So they did this long show. I think it was like 3 hours where they got hammered. And Bill Schultz was there, unpaid Bill, as they call him, the Red Bar audience. But I guess the the Red Bar radio audience was swarming around like sharks. And they kind of took over the show. And the super chats got kind of mean. Somebody made a super cut. This is basically just for the Red Bar people, but I don't care. But this is Red Bar audience and a couple other trolls, just anti-compound media people. The background of this too, there are gonna be some references in here. So, Bill Schultz, unpaid Bill is what we call him, unpaid Bill. Apparently doesn't make a lot of money as the morning radio show host for the multi-million-dollar compound media company.
Now, do we have an estimation about what we think he's getting paid?
If I had to guess,
yeah, if you had to guess,
probably I would say between $150 and $200 a show.
That's it, you think?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Probably in that range. So he's broke. He's been hanging out a lot now on the weekends at the Compound Media building when a lot of shows aren't getting done and stuff. So he's been hanging out there a lot, and people are speculating that since he was trying to sell items during the Christmas season, and now he's been stealing cereal from the break room and stealing Michael Malice's food and stuff from the break room, that unpaid Bill might be in some financial difficulties. So that's one of the themes, as you'll see recurring throughout this. But this is a 45-minute video, but this was like maybe 4 or 5 hours of torture, and somebody cut it all down.
Okay.
But this is at Nightshade, hanging out with E-Rock and Eastside Dave and a whole bunch of the crew. E-Rock, by the way, needs to chill.
With what?
Like, I'm not trying to be fat E-Rock and make like mean jokes, but he looks like unhealthy fat, not like funny fat guy.
Right.
He looks like what was it, 6 years ago, Royce?
Yeah. Before I lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah. He's got to start watching it.
Good evening, everybody. It's time for the second arduous march.
So there it is, Michael
Before we
Malice
get
with
started,
E-Rock
the super
sitting
chat-
next to him. They've got booze. They've got snacky snacks. And then you'll also see Eastside Dave, Bill Schultz, and some other nobodies.
Chats are up so you guys can super chat us. So, someone who is a comedy idol of mine, Bill Schultz.
Oh, wow.
What? Are you kidding me? Absolutely.
Who are these people?
Bill Schultz. That other guy is some producer.
Okay, so the guy on the right is Screech, Dustin Diamond.
Wow, yes.
Yeah, the Dustin Diamond, Danny Trejo after Chemo's in the middle. Who's on the left? The Bill Hader stand-in?
That I don't know. But
is that a Bill Hader stand-in? It's a Bill Hader stand-in.
Actually, it looks like a fat Jason Sudeikis.
It does. Yeah, you're right. It does.
Joanne's so upset about that.
It's true. It's
you
true.
laugh at me, not with me.
No, it's both.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Then we have my producer, Drew. Hey, Drew.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited.
And we have serving bar, the lovely Joanne Nosachinsky.
Yeah.
Good morning. Wait, we got a super chat and I can't read it.
This was a very long flight. Says who
By the way, can I just say something? Because she's hot.
Super hot.
And she's hung around Compound for so long. What the fuck? She's got to be something wrong with her, right?
Like being crazy?
Like just, or something.
Yeah, she's definitely hot. Jesus Christ.
She's been Bill Schultz's co-host and been around that Compound Media audience for so long that she's like part of that clique. And there's like nobody in that clique who isn't a fucking herb. So what's her issue, do you think?
I mean, this is totally guess. This is a guess without any information. You want me to do a total guess? Crazy chick. I think this is crazy chick. I think this is chick who will fist fight somebody in a club. Crazy kind of chick. Chick that will try to stab you with a heel. I think crazy chick. If I had to guess, I could be absolutely. Most crazy chicks are fucking cute though.
No, I know, but that's why she's suspiciously good looking to hang out with this group of moes.
She looks like. Okay, she looks kind of like a mix between Megan Fox and oh god, what's the blonde chick's name? The blonde chick from Chuck.
This was a very long flight.
It says, who has the longest penis? Prove it.
Oh my gosh.
Fine.
Okay.
It's Joe now. Bill Schultz is a thief who is unpaid.
So this is where it starts.
Hold on, but
By
to
the
be
way-
fair, they're laughing.
By the way, Xander, and I actually know that name too. That is a red porker, but you can tell immediately by the references to. And again, I've said it before. The single greatest mean nickname I've ever heard in my life is Unpaid Bill. It's the funniest thing ever because it's stuck. Now everyone calls Bill Schultz Unpaid Bill.
Real quick, 40 ounces of freedom. Here's some beer money. Thank you, bud.
Thank you,
Super
sir.
chatted. Dog Munch says, no, you go fuck yourself, Royce. And Kim Patriot says, red laces, kick minorities in the faces.
Well, okay. That's
Thanks for the super chat.
Next we have Hitler
Thank you,
piss.
Xander.
I like this one.
It's good.
Oh, that's
Malice is
Japanese.
short. He needs to buy some. No, I'm not saying that, asshole.
What? You can't say Negro? You know who says the hard R N word? Nightwave. The original, not the copy.
A lot.
Not the copy.
Say it a lot.
Yeah.
Nice try. I'm not that drunk yet. You should have waited.
They're getting sweeter and sweeter.
Yeah.
Just like
they're getting worse and worse.
Just like Sour Patch Kids candy.
Do we get? That's Eastside Dave there in the middle. Yeah.
I do have actually. I have cereal for you.
Let me hold on. Pause.
It's amazing Eastside Dave's marriage didn't work out. It started so wonderfully.
Really well.
BBG till DIE. I don't know what that means. Pim's cup.
It's hot as fucking
Yeah,
hell
it is
in
hot.
here.
I'm actually sweating. This never happened.
Oh yeah, she's just happy. She's taking her jacket off now.
Air conditioning.
Seems like the malice is growing.
I feel like this was done on
The
purpose.
Lord is growing on me. Yeah.
By the way, we have
Lord
rains right
sucks.
here.
Your intro was like a never-ending
She is fucking hot.
Yeah.
elevator. I don't know
That's
what
what I
that
mean, though.
means.
She's got to be a fucking mess.
A lunatic. She has
Because
to be a
everybody in
lunatic.
Compound Me, look at this group of guys. Look at this clique. Look at this fucking rat pack of actual rats.
Killer's Row.
This killer's row of media. Something's got to be profoundly broken about this bitch.
As long as Joanne keeps taking clothes off, keep it hot.
So hot right now.
Can we open the window for Jono?
If you know how shows work, don't open the window for Joanne.
What he said.
Who's that lunatic?
That's Bill. That's Unpaid Bill.
He's a lunatic.
Unpaid Bill.
He's a fucking lunatic. He looks like a Carl character.
He's a thief. He's a serial thief who is unpaid. Sandra was correct in his astute.
Would you say he's a
summary?
Serial thief.
He's a serial thief.
Okay.
Yeah.
So much better. Whoever
Mike
opened that
is
door,
nice.
thank you.
And they
I
make
am.
like
It's a Mike
Eric.
David reference. Credit to Red Bar, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
Harass these guys, and it's very funny stuff.
Looks uncomfortable. What's up?
Oh, he
Because
looks
he's sitting
great.
next to me.
Here's some of the money. Love you, unpaid bill. Aw.
Oh, is that my new nickname? I'll take it.
Are you fucking
I'll take it.
Hold on. We got a super chat. Why didn't Anthony pay Bill a living wage?
Oh.
It's just not nice.
This is fucking great. I love this. This is top level trolling.
How many more of these shots?
Malice is giving us all diabetes. Forget about how drunk we're gonna be.
She's a lunatic. I know because I'm looking at her because she's so hot.
But even if she's crazy, it doesn't excuse having to hang around these losers.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's something else wrong with her because she's hot enough that even if she's intolerably crazy,
Tranny?
some guy will tolerate it.
Tranny?
No, she's not. That's definitely a woman. That's definitely a woman.
Like that is so sweet.
You know the one thing you can't eat when you have diabetes is sugary cereal.
Fame whore. She's a. What if she's a?
Then
fame
why
whore?
is she hanging around Compound?
Got a super chat. Wow, $50. Thank you, Eddie K. I went down a rabbit hole and landed here. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere, despite also having a life. That's what Adderall's for, I guess. But you two deserve this because you guys do what other ass clowns are incapable of doing. Be funny, and no, I'm not Jewish. Well, I like the. I love the preface at the end.
Appreciate
the
that,
preface
Eddie
is
K.
the best. I'm not Jewish. It's okay, bud.
Bring me some Adderalls.
Hey-oh.
You're really holding on to that, aren't you?
Yeah, it's because it's funny as fuck.
Listen, yeah,
That was supposed to be
I
my
have cereal
cereal,
for you.
Bill.
for real, we have to lay off on Bill because if we go too hard on him, he might become a serial killer.
Boo.
Hey,
Are you reading out of the same Brian joke book? Is that what you're doing?
yeah, stop milking that joke.
Oh.
This. How much do they pay a month?
By
For
the way,
this?
E-Rock's getting so fat and unhealthy, he actually moves and talks like Ron Bennington now. on a panel, like once every 8 minutes, and it's like, what's this guy doing? This fucking guy over here. Get him a joke book.
Listerine.
Stop talking. Kumia, hold on. Wait, can I see
hot.
the
It's
chat? It says
fucking hot as
Kumia
shit
is
here.
in a mansion. Bill lives on a couch.
No more.
It's so mean.
Stop. How is it
Jesus
that?
fucking
What does stop mean to you? Does Bill and his roommate sleep butt to face?
Also, this note was on the bottle.
Maybe.
Yeah. This is the.
How long has the show been? Oh, Jesus.
Phil then leave.
So
it goes on and on.
yeah, they seem to be taking it all right though. They're not being bitchy about it.
There's someone asking. Yeah. They're making fun of me because I tried to.
They're not making fun of you.
He's
It's a
asking you
collector's
legitimate
item.
questions.
I have it. Yeah, I went.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's what Eastside Dave needs. More fucking alcohol. How much do people pay a month for this service?
Well, that was a free show.
Oh, so this is their best stuff. This is their highbrow best stuff then.
I think this was an excuse to get drunk and try to squeeze some money out of Super Chats. But all the Super Chats were just Red Bar fans for $2 to $3 a piece saying really mean things about unpaid bill.
Well, the biggest game this weekend wasn't the Super Bowl, Mike. No, my friend. We have a brand new Rablinski Games. So remember you thought his whole bit was going to be he wasn't going to game?
I guess he's playing games now.
Yo, what's Jables? Jack Black here. I am so stoked to announce that we are officially gaming. Yes! It is on! Fortnite! Watch and learn. Brah! Brah! Oh, trophy. Hey, what's up, Ninja? I know you're watching. Y'all ain't got nothing on me. I'll see you in the virtual world for a good old-fashioned ass whooping. Come on! One-handed gaming, brah. Get it. Get it. I've been playing since...
Dude, it's really good.
I hate this. I hate this.
Skittle a wow. He's about to skittle a wow here in a sec.
I hate this.
He's going to do it. You'll see.
Gaming. All the day I'm gaming. You only get the best of the games.
Dude, and the other thing is, like, he's good at making
going
up
to be
songs.
6 minutes of this?
No. You'll see. It's not just 6 minutes of this.
Yeah! Oh, my thumb's getting so tired from gaming so hard. Win the prize. Get the high score. No. Ah! This game designer should get an award for best game. Also, quick shout out to HyperX. Thanks for the free merch that you sent me. I'm going to use this. I'm not going to sell it on eBay.
Yeah, they're sending him stuff. Already sending him stuff.
Take that. I can't do this. This is bullshit. You guys, I'm sorry. I have to confess, I have not figured out the Elgato. I promise you, I swear to you, we will have gaming next week. But check this out.
This is what the kids like to watch on the YouTubes. An old man pretending to game.
I wouldn't mind if he just
saying funny words.
I wouldn't mind if it was like video like this, but it ends with like Jack Black reaching for a Caltech KSG slide shotgun and putting it right up against his face.
I would choose Walther because that's what Crowder uses.
Protected by Walther.
What's Jables? Jack Black here. Believe it or not, that was not a real gaming video. The reason it looked like a gaming video is because I'm really good at special effects. But the truth is, I haven't worked out all the kinks on the Delgado. And also, I need a new HDMI cable, a monster cable that I do not have yet. But next week, guaranteed.
You get the bit? You don't get the bit, do you?
Gaming videos will flow like wine. But in the meantime, check this out. Okay, so Vectrex. This is in the 80s. After Atari,
I can't do this. So what is he trying to do? Angry video game nerds?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Except he's interesting and genuinely likes what he does.
And he writes stuff.
And
he writes a script.
in television.
But he's not doing it as a cash grab or some kind of celeb invasion of YouTube.
Right.
He was a guy that started off organically. He was like, hey, I love this shit, and I've collected all this shit, and I'd like to take you on a journey through this shit. And because he liked it and enjoyed doing it, his shit took off. That's why we like that guy.
Angry Video Game Nerd has been on YouTube for, it's got to be 12 years now? 10? At least 10 years, right? In 10 years, Cinemassacre, that's his channel, has 2.8 million subscribers. Jack Black, in 1 month, has 3.6 million subscribers.
This is unfair.
It is that's what we're talking about. Look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like
it's a celebrity invasion.
Right, exactly.
This thing, and it basically came with its own little TV. First thing you do, you get the right screen, and you put the screen onto the screen. Beep, beep, beep. And it makes it...
He's making noises because, boop.
The gameplay a little more stylized. Basically like Asteroids.
Great effect. This ended with a fucking...
House fire?
Like a violent home invasion caught on tape. But no, I don't mean like a regular standard LA home invasion. I mean like a fucking South African farm killing. Like a fucking... like 3 Africans coming in with like cartel guys and hacking his family up like a fucking like a bunch of snitches.
And if things ever get too hairy and you want to get the hell out of there, just fly. Yeah, let's move. Let's motivate. Let's motivate out of here. And if you're ever like, oh no, it's too much, I can't handle it. Boop. Yeah, hyperspace. Boop. Hyperspace, bro. It's kind of a rad jam. I might write lyrics to it.
Yeah, because everybody knows Jack Black is such a great lyricist with great songs like With Karate I Kick Your Ass. And what was the other one? Tribute. Yeah, you're just a big lyricist, Jack.
Oh, the Mindstorm Impossible Game. That word needs work. Those lyrics are not all that good. Scramble's a pretty rad game.
And by the way, this is edited. This is the best stuff of the bunch. This is the best stuff of the
having
bunch.
To film this nigga for hours.
Yeah, imagine being his kid and having to film him for hours. That's his kid filming him for hours instead of having fun.
Again, is always staying as far to the...
His kids hate him so much that they're going to get older and they're going to join either a street gang or they're going to like join some kind of carnival and get like fucking sex trafficked because they just have to get away from him.
Right as possible so that you can do that backwards diagonal move. It's the only way to survive. Oh, scramble! It really holds up, dude.
He actually did a skiddly bop. I do that to make fun of him.
82, still fun. Pretty rad.
Is
Pretty
it rad?
Design.
Health tip: Polar Bear Plunge. It's where you jump into an ice-cold pool, and it is so good for you. It is great for your endocrines, for your nucleus, and for your organs. Only problem is there's a thunderstorm outside. Could be dangerous. I could get struck by lightnings.
God fucking willing.
By lightnings.
Yeah, instead of we got to see baby talk.
It's funny.
Should I do it?
Yes.
What do you say?
Yes, kill yourself. I mean, yes, go outside. So, evaded himself jumping in a pool.
So here we are with a 1928 push-em-up Big 5 pinball machine. Obviously no electricity, just spring-loaded. You try to land it in for big points, got nothing, got out. But you get,
I hate him.
I think you get
494,000 upvotes.
Of course.
12,000 downvotes.
They are testing some kind of fake algorithm.
You think so?
I think so. This is the perfect way to test it. Like, nobody's going to like Jack Black videos.
Right.
So we know that 40,000 are fake bots. Are they working or not?
balls there. Oh man. Double ball. Yes. P1 100. So this is how people entertain themselves back in the 20s.
Well, apparently this is how people entertain themselves now, and I can't explain it.
No, back in the 20s, medicine had cocaine in it. That's how they entertained themselves.
Yeah. People entertained themselves with laudanum.
Kim Patriot Super Chat, $44. Thank you, Kim. 4464 divided by 3 is 1488. The 3 equation represent World War III because that's how white I am. Yeah, I'm Jewish. Is it me or does David Duke look like an android with skin melting? Did someone say Aberrel?
Okay,
Very funny, Kim. Thank you. And Auto Shed. I have a theory. Hollywood with YouTube using Jack Black to test the water out for other celebs to take over. Jack is part of a bigger experiment. I don't think there's some big cabal, but I will agree with you on this, Auto Shed. I think that other celebrities, B-list, C-list celebrities like Jack Black are going to see this and go, wait, they're going to, at parties, Jack Black is going to go, you know how much I'm making doing this YouTube
Yeah, we're
thing?
getting pushed out.
He's going to tell, I don't know, some other fucking C-list, Jason Biggs. He's going to tell Jason Biggs, I'm thinking of another C-list celebrity. He's going to go, hey, man, you know how much money I'm making? Just being on YouTube, like just
or Chris
farting
Pine,
around.
or really, literally anyone from American Pie.
Anyone from American Pie. Stifler.
Dude, that's like pre-World War I, dude. I'm not sure about my history. I better check that on the Googs.
The Googs is Jack Black for Google.
Oh, I thought you said the Gooks.
No, I better chicken on the Gooks.
Skibbity blow! This pinball machine was made by the Gooks. Beep, bop, boop. No, actually, this pinball's old. This is when handcrafted Americans made things before the Gooks took over. Skibbity blow!
That would be good. Dog Munch says Kumia needs a gaming channel. Can you imagine that one?
Woohoo! Wow! Dude! P4, that's worth 300 points. It's basically a new world record.
Say words normal! Say words normal!
He has to Jack Black his eyes, because that's dope. See, it's awesome. You should try it.
Trust me, I have been.
Bop.
It does sound like it really does sound like he's just scatting, Scooby-Doo bop bop boo.
What if he has
fiddly whoop?
What if he has Tourette's and he's really embarrassed and doesn't want to tell anybody?
Such as he makes it his gimmick. Yeah, let's go back to Jack Twitchell's Black here. Hold on.
Push him up big 5. 1,000 points! You can't score none higher, brah. I can feel my ancestors.
Old Thomas McBlackleby.
He's really good at improv. Like, that's the thing about him. He's a good and-thenner. You know what I mean?
I wish this just ended like with a California forest fire.
Burning his house to the goddamn ground.
With fucking firefighters knocking on his door and going, I'm sorry, Mr. Black, but we're surrounded by fire and all that's left to do is to pray.
From Scotland, when he played the old Push 'em up big 5.
What?
That's Jablinski Games. See you next week.
So his channel's doing great, I would say.
I hate him with a passion I can't even begin to describe to you. I hate him.
OJ's White Bronco, how's he going? I'm just here planting me lemon trees and me limes with me mates. And
I'm going to grow everything required to make a Dusty Bogan. All authentic.
We do have a new Dusty Bogan video. This Dusty Bogan video was late last night. Thousands take part in the annual Pride March. Unveils plan to ban conversion therapy. So let's see what the old Dusty B is up to.
He's going.
He's going.
I'll back it up.
He's going.
Sorry, it's my favorite intro. Nobody has a better intro to their video than Dusty Bogan. Nobody.
He's the greatest in the game.
He's starting to catch on a little bit in the comments, though, that we're definitely talking about him. Have you noticing?
How's it going? Dusty Bogan here. Ready for another rant? Bit of banter?
A bit of banter?
I was reading this. This is like, you know, more bad news, I guess. Face it. I was reading this last night before I went to bed. It's a shocker. So it's about this, right? I'll just read the heading of the article. So it's on about Saturday or something. There was the annual Pride March in Melbourne, in St Kilda. You know, where there was that...
Dusty, you need the newspaper, man. We kept telling you the newspaper's the way to go. Get a paper.
The rally against the African gangs a month back or whatever, same place. So they do that annual Pride March there, and you get this, but the Premier of Victoria unveiled plans to ban conversion therapy.
I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to hear Dusty's take on conversion therapy.
What's that, Dusty?
What's that, Dusty?
Now, I don't even know if this kind of conversion therapy is even a real thing in Australia. But, like, apparently, it's like when a gay or lesbian, they come to a church and they're like, oh, I'd like to be, see if I could, like, is there any help I could get? I'd like to be straight. I'd like to be hetero.
He's explaining how conversion therapy... By the way, I love that it...
I can't.
Can I say something? I love how instead of explaining how the actual conversion therapy process works, he explains everything leading up to conversion therapy. You know, they all go to a church and they go like, you know, like, oh, I was thinking of being like, not being, is there any way I could not be a nonce, you know? I'd like to not be interested in buggery, you know? And so you go into the church and you ask them like, how do I stop sucking dicks, you know? But he doesn't actually get into the conversion. I love this, man. It's like sometimes you're at a bathhouse, you know, and you're sucking and fucking all these young runaways, these young men, you know, and you're smoking meth, and then you realise, you know, I got to get me life, get me act together. So you get some sleep, and the next day you find out where the bus is from Melbourne, and you take it into the you know, the downtown district, and you find yourself a church. Sometimes you stop at a Panera on your way in, and you have yourself a soup and some bread, perhaps a lemonade. Then you go in and you go, oh, hey, mate, I fancy being straight, you know, and could you help me with that? And then they go through the whole gay conversion.
I'm sick of putting knobs in my mouth.
None of that told me how gay
what is
conversion.
it?
What's the process?
Is there any help I could get? I'd like to be straight. I'd like to be heterosexual. And they come to a church, and obviously the church is like, oh, yeah, mate, all right, we'll give you some counselling or whatever. You know what I mean?
I want him to explain everything. I wanted Dusty to explain everything.
Canceling, you know, whatever.
Oh, fuck.
Talking through about how to, talk them through that. So they're saying that they don't want that happening. So maybe there's some like radical cases where I don't know. Like, I just don't know. So I'm quite ignorant on the subject. But like, if we just smash out a little bit of the reading, and I know it's sort of like, who wants to watch me read? It's pretty, yeah.
I do.
Yeah,
Dusty,
dude.
we
Pull with the
love
paper.
watching you read, but you
With
need
the
a paper. Come on.
Yeah, so Victoria Premier used the opportunity to push legislation to make conversion therapy
By the way, there is always
illegal.
So much overwhelming natural sunlight in that room.
It really is.
Dusty has never heard of a blind or a curtain.
No.
His whole house is
It's just light, yeah.
bathed in light. Like if a vampire tried to use Dusty's house in the cover, like to get some sleep, it would die.
Anthony Cumia couldn't live there.
No, of course not.
Or Count Cuckula.
we will, in an Australian first, outlaw the practice of gay conversion. Daniel Andrews said among the... So, yeah.
His hat says, make Australia great again, Nina.
Like, mate, a lot of these things they're inventing like something that doesn't happen. You look at the one in South Australia, right, and they're trying to push a thing on Christian schools so they can't hire and fire. I think that there's pressure. It's like they want to choose who they...
He has, like, his finger on the pulse of Australia.
He knows what's going on.
Yeah, he's got everything down packed.
Make him the host of, like, Australia Today.
Yes.
Staff, and then who they can expel, thinking that, a Christian school might, if there's like some radical homosexual kid and the school's like, well, hang on a minute, this would be my theory on that. The school's selling a product, conservative Christian family values.
By the way, notice now he has a Bible verse behind him on the wall. The joy of the Lord is my strength. So he's adding stuff to his collection.
That's the product that parents want their children in there. They choose that product. They pay to send their kids there. So if there was a kid who was like LGBT, gay pride.
By the way, for the people telling us in the chat, I know Rogan's live with Red Band. I'm sure I'm not going to sit here and watch anything.
Guys, nobody cares.
We'll get the clips tomorrow. Don't worry. We'll have them tomorrow if he says anything worth putting together. Mike, did you see the Game of Thrones Super Bowl ad?
No, I was really kind of just in and out. It was so boring.
I get it. So this was funny, and I swear to God, I said this. You know the stupid Bud Light commercials, the whole old medieval Bud Light commercials.
Of course,
they were playing a normal one at the beginning of the Super Bowl, and I was like, man, wouldn't it be great if it was just. I think I said something like, man, this new season of Game of Thrones is fucking terrible. So, this is the only Super Bowl commercial I like. Tell me what you think. It's a typical corny Bud Light thing commercial.
Indeed. Sun's out. Got my lucky loincloth, cold Bud Light, comfy throne. I don't have the plague anymore.
Look, it's the Bud Light.
You, hold my beer. You, hold my other beer.
It looks like your typical corny Bud Light commercial.
One more. All right, let's tap this keg. Giddy up, Peanut.
Oh, yeah. Crushes his eyeballs.
Bud Light just chip in to make like, look, we need a...
Because it was, the Bud Light's been doing, I'm sure you've seen these commercials about, the stupid night, the dilly dilly and the whatever. So I guess Game of Thrones was like, hey, it would be really funny if we just crashed a Bud Light commercial. And it was actually a commercial for April 14th, Game of Thrones.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, that was good. The only one, by the way. The rest of them were pretty fucking terrible.
The whole thing was terrible.
Yeah, everything about it was
Except
terrible.
Big Boy.
Yeah, but he only did like half a verse of one song.
Imagine if they had Outkast.
Oh, it would have been lit.
It would have been. It would have been riots.
But isn't Andre 3000 not?
It would have been riots in the street of Atlanta that night.
Isn't he say he's an actor now? He's not going to rap anymore.
I get it, but it's dude. You know what I mean? That's the kind of thing
Bowl.
where you. Mm-hmm. But then, yeah, I guess you're stuck together you'd have to tour again. You'd have to. Because that's what's going to happen. They got to get back together. But one of them's going to run out of money one day.
I wanted to play this. Okay, so Parkland Stand Up. It's only a 3-minute video. So, Mike, you sent this to me. What's the background of this comedian?
So this he's not a comedian.
Okay.
Which is the best part. This was Now This. I saw on Facebook and it was like Parkland dad does stand up. The Parkland father, survivor, whatever. Parkland victim's father does stand up to like stick it to Louis C.K. or something. I was like, oh no.
All right.
Oh boy.
Is it good?
It's pretty good.
You guys ever heard dead baby jokes? I got a dead baby. His name-
Holy shit! Oh, sorry, that wasn't the.
Oh, is he talking about his kid who died in Parkland?
I guess.
No, because he says he's got a debate. Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about.
Like, was he a baby? Why was your baby going to a high school? He must have been a very advanced intelligence baby.
It was Joaquin.
All right, let's take this seriously. Let's take this with, seriously. All right, please.
You guys ever heard dead baby jokes? I got a dead baby. His name was Joaquin Oliver.
He was like a cross between Joaquin Phoenix and John Oliver. He was a terrible abomination in the eyes of God, and he had to go.
That's Jesus.
His name was Joaquin Oliver. He was going to be 18. But now he's dead.
You got to give it to him. He's killing. The crowd likes this. The
crowd is
in it. Okay.
And that's not a joke.
So, Jew and the Jewish rabbi and a Catholic priest, they are walking down the street, and they pass a little kid, and the priest go, hey, you want to fuck this kid? And the rabbi say, out of what? That's funny.
That's very funny. Disgraced comedian Louis C.K. Manuel Oliver held his own comedy night to fight back.
Recently, I heard this great line from a comedian. He said, if you want people to forget that you were jerking off, just make a joke about kids getting shot.
Which objectively is hilarious.
Very funny.
Do you
Very
understand?
funny.
Like, listen to me. Like, it's not very often that I pray for something. But I have been praying that Louis C.K. does not back down from this. I have been
So far, he hasn't.
That Louis and this nigga doubled down at another show.
Yep.
And what a great joke that is.
It's a good joke.
It's fucking funny, dude. That is like, trust me, there's plenty of stupid, edgy boys out there that are just like, yeah, I'm a comic, get over it. I like to make jokes about, I like to make women brutally relive their rapes because it's funny for the lulz. There's plenty of shitty, edgy comedians out there that are just edgy and use that as a shield. But Louis C.K. genuinely pushes the envelope into distasteful, but he's great at his craft. Like, let him do this.
Yep.
Could you imagine in the Renaissance if these niggas all started being offended by titties and paintings and sculptures? Like, how many, can you imagine if somebody told Michelangelo, like, hey, man, he shouldn't have a dick. Just leave it alone.
And I thought, jokes about kids getting shot, I can do that. You're the one about the kid that walks into the school on Valentine's Day. Skinny kid.
It does kind of make it funny the way he said Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day.
Wearing headphones and gets dropped by his dad.
But they put often. He didn't say off. They're not even now. This is helping him.
And he says, "I love you." And
how did this guy afford to live in Parkland?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Out of the car and walks into the school, and then gets shot to death a couple of hours later.
Okay, well, you had a rim shot.
But that wasn't us. By the way, we didn't have the rim. That was them. How am I not supposed to laugh if you had a rim shot?
The first time I saw this video, I heard that I fucking died.
Holy shit!
Well, not literally like the kids at Parkland, but I did almost like, figuratively I died.
Apparently, Toon Squad says Rogan saying live, I never deleted any comments.
He didn't delete them. He's using he's lying by omission. They hid users from their channel.
Yep.
You're right. He didn't delete my comment. He hid me from his channel for 24 hours. Oh, I hate this lying by omission. These cocksuckers, man.
December 2018, a comedy set. Testify in front of Congress. These kids, what the fuck? What do you do? We all know the joke. By the way, notice something else that they do. You want to notice something else that now this does this tricky city folk thing. They have the audio. Now this has the audio. But instead of playing it so you get the comedic timing of what he's saying with the joke, they type it out. That is a trick. That is one of the oldest tricks in the book when you want to make a comic look bad. Instead of playing their audio or playing their video, you type out their joke. That way you lose all timing and sense. You know what I mean? To make it look even worse. You didn't get shot. You pushed some fat kid in the way, and now I got to listen to you talking. He later made light of a public outrage over his jokes. If you ever need people to forget that you jerked off, all you do is make fun of joke about kids that get shot. Manuel has channeled his tragedy into activism.
Because my kid got killed, nobody can ever have a gun ever again.
Yeah, your kid got killed, so we can't make jokes about shootings. You're right, because the whole world should revolve around your tragedy.
You guys ever heard dead baby jokes? I got a dead baby. His name was Joaquin Oliver. He was going to be 18. But now he's dead. And that's not a joke.
Can you put up Louis C.K., please?
Yeah, hey, seriously, we get it. We get it, but can we get Mexican Fez off the stage? I would really, really like to hear Louis C.K. come up. Thanks.
Sorry, guys. I just can't do this anymore.
All right.
I don't know if I can be funny anymore.
Oh, it's time for us to wrap up.
Get out of here.
We'll
Snuck off earlier.
If you guys want to get the timestamps and let me know when Rogan talks about the Twitter stuff, I'll absolutely play it tomorrow. Even better, if you want to clip it and send it to us, we appreciate it. Patreon.com/we're-not-sorry. I saw we got a couple new patrons. We'll shout them out this Friday. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for hitting the bell. Thank you guys for hitting the like button before you leave. And of course, there will be a Nightwave tonight. Correct, Mike?
Will there? Oh yeah, no, there will be.
There'll be a Nightwave. Yeah. Mike will be live with Nightwave tonight. Of course, I'm trying to get Daywave live, my morning show, up to 1,000. So there's the link, youtube.com/Daywave Live. Click the link. It's the easiest way to find it, because for whatever reason, when you type it in there, YouTube's being a bitch. So just subscribe here. Nightwave tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. I want to say hi, POTUS!
Hi, POTUS!
Hi, POTUS!
He watches our show, guys, and President of the United States gets all his ideas from us.
Oh, and we're not done, Dilly. We're not done with you at all. I'm compiling information as we speak.
Dropbox link about you.
Yeah, we got a whole thing. All right, guys. Tonight, Nightwave. Tomorrow, Daywave at 10 a.m. See you, folks.